Once upon a time, there was a young man named Toba. He lived alone and had no wife. He decided to being single and didn't get married, although his age was mature enough for a family. He had a narrow farm and small hut not far from a lake. If the day was getting dark, he would go to the lake for fishing. He liked fishing and he could do this activity until the night has come. One day, after work on his small farm, he decided to go fishing. He wanted to look for some fish for his dinner. He waited for a long time, but his hook didn't catch any fish. He waited and waited patiently. Suddenly, his fish bait made some movement. He was sure he would get a fish for his dinner, and that was true. A pretty big fish stuck on his bait. He took the fish and then put it in a fish basket. Then he went home. He was so happy to get a fish for his dinner. He imagined that his dinner tonight would be nice because the fish was pretty big and fresh. Arriving at home, he put his fish basket beside the fireplace and then he set the fireplace. But he realized that he forgot to look for some woods for his fireplace. Without the woods, of course, he couldn't cook the fish for his dinner. He went out to look for some woods. He left the fish in the kitchen. He didn't worry about the fish because he was sure that the fish was safe in the place. After getting some woods, he went back home. But he was too surprised as the fish basket was empty. The fish was gone. He just found some scales which in the form of gold pieces.
Toba was confused. He convinced himself that the gold piece he held was the scale of the fish he caught this afternoon. He stepped to his room, but again he was shocked as he saw a beautiful girl with long hair in his room. The girl sat in Toba's bed. Toba did not make any movement. He was so shocked and wondered who the girl was. Suddenly, the girl turned her head and looked at Toba. Toba was so amazed by the girl's beauty. He looked at the girl and admired her beauty. For some moment, they looked at each other. Was that a possibility that this beautiful girl is an angel? Toba thought. Toba was so speechless and couldn't say anything. For blinking the eyes, the girl said something to ask Toba to turn the lamp on because it's getting dark. Toba did that as his body was trembled because of fear. The girl told Toba that she will not hurt him, and she explained that she is the incarnation of the fish that he caught on the afternoon. She will also cook for him and prepare his daily meal. After that, the girl went to the kitchen and cooked dinner for Toba. Every day, Toba was accompanied by the girl. Toba was happy for that. Until one day, he asked the girl to get married. But the girl gave a requirement. He could tell no one that she was really a fish from the lake. Otherwise, she will return to the lake as a fish and could never be with him again. Toba agreed the girl's requirement. And then they got married. Toba was happy to have such a beautiful wife. They lived happily because they loved each other. Years gone by, Toba's wife was pregnant, and then not so long after that, she gave birth. Toba was so happy. The baby was a boy named Samosir. They took care of their only children. They showed the boy with love. It seemed that they were a happy family.
7 years later, the mother spoiled the boy too much. No wonder Samosir became spoiled child. He didn't want to help his father to work on farm. He only stayed at home doing nothing. He was a very lazy boy. One day, the mother asked Samosir to bring lunch for his father who worked in a farm. Usually, the mother did his job, but because she was very busy, she didn't have time to bring the lunch for his husband. Samosir refused her. He told her that he wanted to play with his friends. Mother was angry to hear this. She was so upset and threatened Samosir if he didn't do what she asked, she wouldn't give Samosir lunch. Because of his mother's anger, he felt forced to do at his mother's request. Samosir went to his father's farm, but he grumbled continuously as he wanted to play with his friends. All the way to his father's farm, he ate the lunch little by little. He felt hungry too. Because of this, there is just a little lunch left. Meanwhile, the day was getting hot. Toba decided to rest under the tree. He felt thirsty and hungry. He asked himself why his wife didn't bring lunch for him, but he was surprised to see Samosir, his son, who came to the farm. Samosir then explained to his father that her mother was busy to do other things, then gave the lunch to his father. Toba took the lunch quickly as he couldn't bear his hunger anymore. But when he saw the lunchbox, he was surprised. The lunch was no more left. He felt really upset with his son, and suddenly he said something rude that actually was forbidden. He hit the boy and called him a son of the fish.
Samosir was so sad to hear what his father said. He was badly hurt. He cried continuously. His mother asked why Samosir cried. Samosir said that his father was angry to him. It's because he ate his father's lunch. Samosir also told her that his father called him a son of a fish. The beautiful girl was so angry and told Samosir to calm down and to climb the highest tree and stay there because there will be a huge flood and the valley will be sink and disappear. After that, Samosir went away and climbed the highest tree in the village. He stayed there, albeit in his mother's instruction. He still didn't know why his mother told him to do this. He just waited what happened next. The beautiful girl was really sad. He took that Toba didn't love her anymore. Toba was changed. He broke his promise to her. So the girl thought there was no use to life. She decided to do suicide by jumping to the lake. Suddenly, the sky was getting dark upon the valley. Not so long after that, the rain poured the earth. It was a huge rain. The thunder and the lightning were so scary. The rain was so heavy and made a huge flood. The valley was like a sea. Just as the girl said, there was a great disaster in that village. Meanwhile, Toba, who was still in his farm, shocked with the disaster. He couldn't save himself. He was drowned by the flood and finally died. And spoiled child, Samosir, although he climbed the highest tree, he still couldn't save himself from this great disaster. He died as his parent. His body was floating, and then became small ice, and then become small Iceland, which now was called Samosir Island. And the village was sink and became a huge lake. This lake was named Toba's name, that is Lake Toba.